Good morning and welcome to English Lessons on Iman TV. In today's lesson, we're going to start our lesson with review of vocabulary, and then you will end it with learning new words, new vocabulary. But in between, we will also review grammar and teach you a new lesson on grammar, the simple past tense. So the first part, I have some words for you. There are about 12 of these words, and I have 11 blank spaces. I want you to look at these words and then look at the sentences that follow these words, and I want you to think of which word could go in what blank. Okay, so what I want you to do is think about the meaning, and then this way you see whether this verb form fits there or not. You don't have to worry about the form of the verb, just worry about the meaning. The whole emphasis is on the meaning of the word. Okay, please repeat these words after me together. These are not new words. I expect you to know them because we studied them before. So please repeat after me together. Physician, extinguish, farmer, crops, soup, soap, pork, ham, veal, pharmacy, dairy, receptionist. Here are two sentences. I will read them for you, and I want you to think about which word will go where. And then at the end, I will give you the answers and see whether the answers I give you matches the answers that you have. So one thing you can do is that you can also take pictures of this with your cell phone of each slide as we show it on your TV screen. And this way you could give the answers and remember what the answers were. The first one is, to make chicken blank, we need to have chicken, vegetables, and some spices. To make chicken what? Which word will go and fit in that blank? Sentence number 2. Supermarket workers are told to wash their hands with blank in warm water after they use the restroom. So which word will you use over here? Sentence number 3. Muslims are not allowed to eat blank and blank. What are the two things on that list that Muslims are not allowed to eat? We'll find them there and put the answers there. Number 2. Farmers grow different kinds of blank every year. What's the word on that list that you can put here to make the sentence meaningful? Sentence number 5. Blank make a lot of money and help a lot of people. It's an excellent profession. Profession means job. Which job on that list is a job that can make a lot of money? And also what? You can help people and make money. So it's a win-win situation. Which job is that? Number 6. My cousin's dream job is to work as a blank, answers phone, and talk. Which word will fill this blank correctly? Number 7. My brother is a blank. He grows different fruits and vegetables. There should be vegetables with S, which I don't have it there. Vegetables. So which word on that list will make this sentence meaningful? Sentence number 8. We can blank fires by pouring water or using a fire extinguisher. Which word can come there and make the sentence meaningful? Sentence number 9. We find cheese in the blank section of a supermarket. Where do you find cheese? Which word on that list tells you about a section of a supermarket? Find the word and use it there. Sentence number 10. You can buy medicine from a blank. Which word can you use there for where you can buy medicine? Now let's go to the next page. Here I have the answers for you. But before I give you the answer, I want you to give me your answers first and say it loud enough that you can hear what you're saying. Before you do that, please repeat these words after me together one more time. Again, remember, these are not new words. These are the words we studied before. Please repeat. Physician, extinguish, farmer, crops, soup, soap, pork, ham, veal, pharmacy, dairy, receptionist. To make chicken, we need to have chicken, vegetables, and some spices. Which word did you use here? The correct answer is to make chicken soup. So soup is the answer. We need to have what? Chicken, vegetables, and some spices. That's what I think, but it may be wrong. But the grammar is what? Chicken soup. That will fit there. Supermarket workers are told to wash their hands with a blank in warm water after they use the restroom. Wash their hands with what? With soap. So I want you to really look at the pronunciation, listen to the pronunciation, and look at the spelling of these two words. The first one is chicken soup, but the other one that you use your hands with it is soap. Soup, soap. Let's go to the next page. Excuse me. Number 3, Muslims are not allowed to eat blank and then blank. So what are the 2 types of food or meat that Muslims are not allowed? When you see this on a supermarket package, put it down. What are those 2 things? They are what? Ham, which is also made of pig's meat, and what? Pork. They are both what? Not allowed. We are, as Muslims, are not allowed to eat that. So the word is what? Ham and pork. Farmers grow different kinds of what every year? The correct answer is crops. Let me read these 2 sentences with correct completion. Muslims are not allowed to eat ham and pork. Farmers grow different kinds of crops every year. Let's go to the next page. Blank make a lot of money and help a lot of people. It's an excellent profession. Remember, profession is another word for job. A job for which you have to go to school and learn. It's not a kind of job that you can do without training. So the correct answer is what? Physicians make a lot of money and help a lot of people. It's an excellent profession. Number 7, my cousin's dream job is to work as answer phones, and talk. The correct answer is receptionist. Dream job is a job that you want really, really, very, very much. Okay? If there is a job that you really want, that's your dream job. You always think about it. You always dream about it. It's your favorite job. That's called what? Dream job. You could use it also what? For a car, for example, your dream car, the car that you think about, the car that it's your favorite. The other word for favorite is what? Dream. Dream job, dream car, dream school that you want to go to, and so forth and so on. My brother is he grows different fruits and vegetables. And that is what? My brother is a farmer. So he grows different fruits and vegetables. So let me read these sentences with correct completions. Physicians make a lot of money and help a lot of people. It's an excellent profession. My cousin's dream job is to work as a receptionist, answers phone, and talk. My brother is a farmer. He grows different fruits and vegetables. Next slide, sentence number 8. We can fires by pouring water or using a fire extinguisher. Which word did you choose here? The correct answer is we can extinguish. Extinguish means what? To put out fire. We can extinguish fires by pouring water or using fire extinguisher. We can find cheese in the what? In the dairy section of a supermarket. See, dairy sections where you can find what? Milk products, like milk itself, cheese, butter, yogurt, that kind of a thing. You can buy medicine from where? From a pharmacy. So let me read these sentences with correct completion. We can extinguish fires by pouring water or using a fire extinguisher. We can find cheese in the dairy section of a supermarket. You can buy medicine from a pharmacy. Now, before we go to the grammar lesson, I want you to repeat these words one more time. Please repeat after me together. And please say it loud enough that you can hear what you're saying. Physician. Physician. Extinguish. Extinguish. Farmer. Farmer. Crops. Crops. Soup. Soap. Pork. Ham. Veal. Pharmacy. Pharmacy. Dairy. Dairy. Receptionist. Now let's go to the grammar. First, a review of what we did. The simple present tense. We use simple present tense for something that we do again and again and again at a specific time. So if you look here, the action of Tom calls Jim every day. So this action at the present time, it's repeated every day. So for something that you repeat, use simple present tense. See, you got the present form here, the bar here, and then you have what? The past here, the moment of speaking now, in the future over here. For something you repeat, you say what? You use the simple form of the verb. The present progressive tense is used for what? If you do something at this moment. Like at this moment, what's happening? I am teaching now, and you are listening. So to make this tense, you need to use what? A form of be, am, is, are, plus verb, plus ing. And so like I am teaching, you are listening. If you don't use am or are, the sentence is not correct. So the correct form is you have to use a form of be. Ben is calling Michael now, for example. So this is moment of speaking. This action takes place right now. The past form is used for something that happened in the past, yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Something that has happened in the past, not at the present time. So it started and it ended in the past. All done. Okay? So you say, Tom called Jim yesterday. It happened yesterday. It's all done, finished. He's not calling anymore. Okay? So for something that you did in the past, you don't do it anymore, use simple past tense. And the way you do it is what? You use ed with the verb. See, call, and then what? You put ed here to make it past tense. Here are the rules for how to change a verb to simple past tense. We use simple past tense to talk about events that began and ended in the past. Here are some examples. We watch TV every day. That's every day. Present tense. We watched TV yesterday. See, every day, watch. Yesterday, watched. You put ed. They work every day. See, they worked yesterday. You put ed here to make it yesterday. So in other words, when you change every day to yesterday, you have to change the form of the verb as well. You stay home every day. Yesterday, you stayed home. You put ed. You watch his TV every day. You watched TV yesterday. She works every day. She worked yesterday. The good thing is that regardless of the subject, whether the subject is singular or plural, whether it's he, she, or it, or the first person, second person, or third person, the past tense is the same for all subjects. Okay? So you say we, they, you, he, she, Ali. Everybody is what? Past form. Ali is a grandfather now, but Ali was a child in 1945. We are in California now. We were not in California in 1980. So with to be verb, the form is not regular. We will talk about irregular verbs next week. But these are the ones that we talk about is what? The ones that they take ed. And I will tell you some other rules about the use of ed when you use the past form. So for the simple future, for the simple past tense, the to be verb forms are what? Two forms, was and were. You use was for singular subjects, and you use were for what? Plural. Like you say, I was here last week. He was here last week. She was here last week. It was here last week. Because he, she, I, and it are all what? Singular. One person or one thing. If the subject becomes plural, for to be verbs, you use a different form. For we, you, they, and my friends, or plural forms, you use were. So we were here last week. You were here last week. They were here last week. And my friends were here last week. So was and were are the two forms of to be that we use in using simple past tense. For other verbs, to make it negative, you use what? Not after it. For example, you say that she was not here last week. She was here last week. She was not here last week. You use not after to be verb, it makes it negative. They were not sick last week. So again, they were sick, they were not sick. However, when you use there, with there, you don't say not, you say no. For example, there was no meeting yesterday. You cannot say there was not meeting yesterday. For there was and there is, you have to use what? No, not not. There was no meeting yesterday. There were no meetings yesterday. We can use a past time expression at the beginning or at the end of a sentence. So we need to use a time, past time. You could use it, you could put it at the beginning of the sentence, or you could put it what? At the end of the sentence. For example, I was in Kabul last week. Or you could say what? Last week I was in Kabul. When you say it, you don't have to worry about things, you just say the time first. But when you write it, you need to put a comma after the time expression if you use it at the beginning of the sentence. Please look at these two sentences again. I was in Kabul last week. Last week, look at this, comma, I was in Kabul. So if you bring time expression or anything for that matter before the subject, you have to use what? A comma to separate the time expression from the subject. Here is an example, or actually practice. Change the following sentence to past, use was or were. We start with something simple, but gradually and slowly we will raise the bar. He is here last Friday. So for last Friday, you say what? Last Friday, he was here. You change is to was. Look at these other sentences. Our teacher is on time. Last week, how do you change our teacher is on time? You're my classmate last semester. I'm on time yesterday. They are happy today, last week. So here are the answers. The example is here. Is here. Last Friday we say what? He was here. Our teacher is on time. Last week we say what? Our teacher was on time. We change is to was. Also want you to see repeatedly that when you put the time first, you need to put a comma. When you say it, you pause. You're my classmate last semester. So you say, you were my classmate last semester. No comma is needed when the time expression comes at the end of the sentence. Next one. I'm on time yesterday. Then for yesterday you say what? Yesterday I was on time. They are happy today. Last week. Then you make are, make it past tense. You say what? They were happy last week. So basically, it's a very simple rule. Is, am, and are is changed to was and were. Past tense for to be verbs. For action verbs, it's a different story, different rules. First, you use what? ED forms. But it's not that simple. The spelling of some words may change when you put ed. For example, you say Ahmad washed the dishes yesterday. So you put ed here. We copy the forms. See, copy ends with y, but before you put the ed, you change y to I and you add ed. That's one of the rules. The plane landed safely. Landed. You just put ed. They enjoyed their English lessons. So here, before Y, you have O. O is one of the vowel sounds. Because you have vowel before Y, you don't change Y to I. You only add ed. The bus stopped here. Here, the rule is what? That if there is a vowel between two consonants, you double the final consonant. So what we have is what? T is a consonant, O is a vowel, P is a consonant. So consonant, vowel, consonant. When you put ed, you double the final consonant. So stopped. And also you thanked the guests. So these are the rules, as I mentioned. Ed, you put ed to most forms, like washed, enjoyed, fixed, needed. You put D if there is an E already. Like what? Baked and what? Danced. When the base form ends with consonant plus Y, drop the Y, add IED. Copy, copy. Study, study. When the base form ends with consonant plus vowel plus consonant, then double the final consonant. Like plan, planned. Double N. Shop, shop. Double P. Prefer, prefer, double R. See, in plan, see L-A-N. So consonant, vowel, consonant. So that's why you double the final consonant. Shop, H is one sound, the sh sound, and then consonant, vowel, consonant, shopped. Prefer, the same thing. F is consonant, E is vowel, R is consonant. So consonant, vowel, consonant, you double the final consonant. Preferred. The exception is if the word ends with W or X, you don't double it. Okay? It's like snow ends with what? W. You don't use double W, two W's. Okay? You just say snowed. The same thing for mixed. You don't use double X. You just use one X. Okay? So let's go to the next page. Here, I want you to change these words or these verbs to what? To past tense by following these rules that we studied. So I'm going to read the words for you, give you a few seconds to change them, and if you can say them loud enough and take a picture, that will be even great. Number one, want. So what is the past tense of want? Number two, copy. What's the past tense of copy? How do you spell it? Study. Number 4, arrive. Number 5, ask. Number 6, try. Number 7, enjoy. Number 8, tap. Number 9, shop. Number 10, receive. So the past tense of want is what? Wanted. You only add what? Ed. The past tense of copy is what? Look, copy. Look at the Y here. What do you have before Y? P. Is P a vowel or consonant? Consonant. So you change Y to I and you add what? Ed. Copied. Study. What is before Y in study? D. What is D? Vowel or consonant? It's what? A consonant. So you change Y to I and you add what? Ed. Studied. Arrive. Arrived. What do you have at the end of arrive? E. It's a silent E. Because we have an E, we don't have to put Ed. We just put D. Arrived. Ask. Asked. Try. The same rule. With study, with copy, try. Before Y we have what? R. So we make it what? Tried. Enjoy. Now here, what do we have before Y? O. O is what? A vowel. You don't change the spelling. You just say what? Enjoyed. Tap. What do you have here? T is what? Consonant. A is what? Vowel. P is what? Consonant. So consonant, vowel, consonant. What do you do before you put ed when there's consonant, vowel, consonant? The rule is you double the final consonant, correct? So you make it what? Tapped. Shop becomes what? Shopped. The same rule. And receive, E is at the end of the word, and that's why you just put what? D. Now, please repeat the present form and past form of these verbs after me together. Want, wanted. Copy, copied. Study, studied. Arrive, arrived. Ask, asked. Try, tried. Enjoy, enjoyed. Tap, tapped. Shop, shopped. Receive, received. Now let's go to the next page. In the next page, what I have for you, I have the rules of pronunciation. When you put ed, it's not that simple. Sometimes ed is changed as the pronunciation. So the same ed, sometimes it's pronounced as T, other times it's pronounced as D, other times it's pronounced as id. I'll explain this first, read them first, and then I'll explain the rule. Look at the first group. Bake, when you put ed, it's pronounced like T. You read it like what? Baked. Dress, dressed. Shop, stop, stopped. Pass, passed. And staff, staffed. You pronounce it exactly like T. But the spelling is what? Ed. Let's look at the next one. Move, moved. D. You pronounce it D. Kill, killed. Rob, robbed. Plug, plugged. Live, lived. See, you consistently, you say D, 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 and D. Look at the third group. Board, boarded. You pronounce it ed. Start, started. Defend, defended. Treat, treated. Nod, nodded. Here is the rule. When you put ed, depending on the sound before it, if the sound before the ed is a voiceless sound, the ed is pronounced as T. like k, s, p, s, f. These are called voiceless sounds. Means when you pronounce them, you don't feel the vibration in your throat. So you say, f, there is no vibration. You say, for example, k, there is no vibration. When you say, p, there is no vibration. You say, f, there is no vibration. So I will explain this in Farsi so that you can understand it better. قانون گرامری که ما خدمت شما عرض میکردم ایست که وقتی که شما این سفکس یا پاساوند ایدی را با افعالی که با قاعده هستن اضافه میکنین، امی پاساوند ایدی تلفظهای مختلف داره. بعض اوقات به شکل تی تلفظ میشه، امی ایدی خودش تی تلفظ میشه. بعض اوقات به شکل دی تلفظ میشه و بعض اوقات به شکل به تلفظ اد میاد. و این که چطور تلفظ میشه این تعلق به این داره که حرف قبل از اینکه شما ایدی رو میمانین چی است. مثلا میگین بیک، بیکت. صدای حرف بیک آخرش که یک حرف بی صدا، یک کانسوننت بی صداست. وقتی که شما ایدی را بعد از یک کانسوننت بی صدا میمانین، در اون صورت امی ایدی مثل تی تلفظ میشه. مثلا میگین بیک، بیکت. اگر بگین بیکت درست تلفظ درست نیست، غلط است. درس یک کانسوننت بی صداست. وقتی که ایدی رو میمونین میشه درست، مثل که تی بانه، تلفظ تی نمید. یا مثلا stop becomes what? Stopped. Pass, passed. ایدی تی میشه. و staff, staff. اینا شما چطور میفهمید که آیا این حرف با صداست یا بی صداست؟ شما این رو میتونید تست کنید. یک تست از این که آیا این حرف صدادار است یا بی صداست است که شما امی گلونتان، امی جایی که وایس باکس است، این میره شما لمس بکنید یا تچ بکنید، ببینید که آیا شما کدام اهتزاز احساس میکنید یا نه. مثلا میگید که بیک، هیچ اهتزاز اینجا موجود نیست. از او خاطر است که ایدی تی میشه، بیکت. درس هیچ اهتزاز موجود نیست. اما میگین درست تی میشه، ایدی ما تی میشه. همچنان stop، هیچ اهتزاز موجود نیست. اگر حروف که ایدی رو اضافه میکنید او حرف پیشتر از او حرف با صدا باشه، یعنی او که اهتزاز شما احساس بکنید، در اون صورت است که ایدی تلفظش به دی تبدیل میشه. مثلا میگین موو، اگر شما تلفظ بکنید دستان به می قسمت گلونتان بانین، در این صورت شما میبینید که شما اهتزاز احساس میکنید. اگر مثلا شما به این ترتیب اهتزاز احساس نکنید وقتی که به گلون خود دست میزنید، اگر با این انگشتان کوچکتان گوشتان را به اصطلاح پلاک کنید یا بند کنید و این دو کلمه را بعد از من تکرار کنید، ببینید که کدامش شما اهتزاز احساس میکنید و در کدام شما اهتزاز احساس نمیکنید. لطفاً با همین انگشتان کوچک خود گوشتان را بند بکنید و بگوین ک ک ک، باز بگوین که و در کدامش احساس اهتزاز در سر شما میاد. یقین دارم که در صورت است که بگین و یا میگین آ یا میگین ب بسیار آسان است. Please do it. Say b. Do it with your fingers. Have your pinkies or the little fingers همین انگشتان کوچکتان پلاک کنین گوشتان، بگوین که پ اول، باز بگوین ب، ببینین به کدام شما احساس اهتزاز میکنین. Please say p, then say b. You can hear the vibration in your head. So that's how this works. به می ترتیب است که شما وقتی که ایدی رو به کلمات اضافه میکنین باید متوجه باشین که آیا حرف پیشتر از این صدادار است یا بی صداست. این که چطور صدادار است یا بی صداست این رو شما میتونین با لمس کردن گلون یا با بند کردن گوشهایتان توسط انگشتان کوچکتان میتونین که رو پیدا کنین که آیا شما اونجا اهتزاز صورت میگیره یا نه. رول سیوم یا قاعده سیوم ازی او لغات است که به دی یا به تی ختم میشن. وقتی یک لغت به دی یا تی ختم شود، وقتی که شما ایدی رو اضافه میکنین، همین ایدی شکل تلفظش اد میشه، یعنی بردد. ببینید که ایدی the bake میشه baked، the moved میشه moved، اما the board میشه boarded. یعنی می ایدی سه تلفظ مختلف داره. And that depends on the ending of the verb. Okay? I certainly hope that explaining it both in English and Farsi helped. Okay? Now let's switch back into English and see if you could repeat these words after me together and doing it correctly. So the first one is what? The verbs that ed changes to t. Please repeat after me together. Baked, dressed, stopped, passed, staffed. With D, moved, killed, robbed, plugged, lived. With ed, boarded, started, defended, treated, nodded. If you don't know the meaning of these words, don't worry. The most important thing is what? How the pronunciation of a word changes when you add ed. Three different types of pronunciation for ed. Let's go to the next page. The next page, what I have for you, I have a group of sentences, and then I have some words, and I expect you to use the past form of these verbs correctly. Also, now that we know about the pronunciation, I want you to kind of exaggerate the pronunciation of D and see whether you pronounce it as D, T, or Ed. Okay? The words are play, snow, study, listen, and fix. All of them take ED, but I want you to see where you can use which one and how you pronounce each one. Okay? So the first one, the children blank an exciting soccer game yesterday. It's an example. So you say what? The children played an exciting soccer game yesterday. So play ends with Y, but before Y you have A. You don't change Y to I. So you just add ED and you pronounce it what? Played with D. Number two, I want you to do it. The students blank to English songs last week. Number three, it very heavily last month. What happened last month? Very heavily what? So what's the right word? Who? You bicycled this morning. You need a verb there. They German in 2002. What are the correct answers and the correct pronunciation? For number one, I read that number one. For number two, the students what? Oh, I'm sorry, I have to give you some more words here. The students listened to English songs last week. So listen, listened. You put what? ED there. And you pronounce it what? Listen. Because N is what? A voice sound, you pronounce it listened. Not listened, okay? Listened. Just D. It very heavily last month. It what? It snowed very heavily last month. See, snow. And then again, you only put one W, and because O, you put ED, pronounce D. Snowed. Number four, who, what? Fixed your bicycle this morning. Who fixed your bicycle this morning? See, fixed. You put what? ED, but you pronounce it T because what? X is what? The last sound is like S sound. It's voiceless. So you ED becomes what? T. Fixed, not fixed. Fixed is wrong pronunciation. Fixed, T. Who fixed your bicycle this morning? They German in 2002. They what? They studied German. And again, study, you change Y to I and you add ED. Now, here are the rules which you will practice further in the following lesson. With to be verbs, to make them past, you need to learn the correct form. This is irregular. So for is and are and am, we have was and were. For regular verbs, we put what? D or ed or ied. So move, moved. Pass, passed. Irregular verbs, which we will talk about next week, are those verbs that they do not follow any rules. They are irregular. Their form changes. یعنی در انگلیسی دو رقم افعال است. یکی افعال با قاعده است، یکی افعال بی قاعده است. افعال با قاعدهش یعنی تحت قاعده و قوانین است و اون قاعده و قوانین شکل موضوعی است که ما باید به او ایدی را اضافه بکنیم. اما بی قاعدهش است که امی ایدی را ای قبول نمیکنه و هر لغت از خود یک شکل بخصوص یا مخصوص داره. به اون خاطر است باید ما امی لغات به اصطلاح باید شکل اولش، شکل دومش و شکل سوم از این رو به اصطلاح از یاد کنیم. و ما یک چند نمونه‌ای بر شما دارم. دفعه آینده این رو به صورت مکمل و منظم انشاءالله میخوانیم و تکرار میکنیم. Here are the examples. Get past tenses got میشه. ایدی هیچ نمیگیره. Find past tenses found میشه. Do past tenses did. Fight past tenses fought. Give past tenses gave. Become past tenses became. Have to past tenses had to. یعنی این لغات نه تنها که شکلشان فرق داره، باز اوقات اسپیلش تغییر میخوره و تلفظش هم تغییر میخوره. چنانچه میگیم که give with IVE آیا چینج میکنیم با A، تلفظ هم تغییر میخوره. gave یعنی وقتی شما با present tense میگین I give a speech every day. اما بگین yesterday میگین what? I gave a speech yesterday. So give becomes gave. So you need to learn two things: the correct spelling and also correct pronunciation. Because when you change the spelling, you also change what? The pronunciation or talaffuz of the words. So what we have in the last part of the lesson today, as I mentioned at the beginning, that you're going to start our lesson with vocabulary and end it with vocabulary. And that's what we're exactly going to do. I'm going to give you some occupation words, words that relate to occupation. We studied some occupations last time. We're going to add to them. Let's look at this picture. You see this guy is what? Down there, fixing something. What do you call a person who fixes what? Pipes. He is what? What's the right word for this person? He is, any suggestions? I want you to tell me. He is a what? Yes, the correct word is plumber. He is a plumber. And I want you to pay attention to the word plumber. You spell it Plumber. But when you say it, you don't pronounce B. B is silent. You say plumber, not plumber. Okay, that's wrong pronunciation. Plumber. B is silent. He's a plumber. What does a plumber do? What does a plumber do? What's the verb that you can use here? A plumber what? Fixes pipes. So he's a plumber and he fixes pipes, sinks, and it fixes faucets. That's what a plumber does. Please repeat, plumber. Look at this picture. What are these two people doing? They're playing with lights. They're fixing that. What do you call people that they deal with what? With lights and electricity? You call them? The correct word is? Yes, the correct word is electrician. There are two of them. We say what? They are electricians. Please repeat, electricians. Electricians. What does an electrician do? What do they do? What does an electrician do? An electrician fixes lights, fixes wires, okay? A plumber fixes pipes, but an electrician fixes what? Wires and lights. Please repeat. Electrician, 1. Electricians, 2 or more. Look at this picture. This person is what? Building a house. So he is what? What do you call a person who plays with, just uses wood and builds a house? You call him what? What's the word? The correct word is carpenter. Please repeat. He's a carpenter. What does a carpenter do? What does a carpenter do? The correct answer is a carpenter builds houses. That's what they do. A carpenter builds houses. Please repeat. Carpenter. What do you call this person? That he can fix electricity, he can paint, he can fix the roof, he can fix everything in a house. What do you call that person? He is a handyman. Right. Please repeat. Handyman. He is a handyman. What does a handyman do? What does a handyman do? The correct answer is a handyman fixes everything in a building. So if you have any problem with your pipes, with your sink, with your faucet, with your electricity, with the painting, you call a handyman. They fix it. They fix basically everything. Please repeat. Handyman. Handyman. What do you call these people that they bring you food and they receive you in a restaurant? They are called, so it could be he or she. He is what? We call him a server. Server or waiter. She is also what? A server or waitress. So for both male and female, we use what? Server. Please repeat. Server. He's a server. She's a server. But the other word is what? Waiter and waitress. These days, people don't use waiter, waitress. For both of them, they say yes? Server. What does a server do? What does a server do? A server serves food in a restaurant. A server serves food. And I forgot to put the S over there. It should be serves food in a restaurant. Look at this picture. He is what? You know this word. He's a pharmacist. What does a pharmacist do? A pharmacist does what? Prepares medicine, correct. A pharmacist prepares medicine. Please repeat. Pharmacist. Pharmacist. Look at this picture. She's what? She's playing flute. So what do you call a person who plays a musical instrument? What do you call that person? That person is called what? A musician. She's a musician. Musician. What does a musician do? What does a musician do? A musician plays music. A musician plays music. Please repeat. Musician. Musician. Musician only play, they don't sing, mostly. What do you call a person who sings? So you call him what? He is what? A singer. What does a singer do? The answer is very obvious. A singer sings songs. A singer sings songs. Please repeat after me. Singer. Song. Now what I have for you, I have these words we studied today, and I have the definition of each word on the left, or on the right actually. I have the words on the right side, on the left side, and the meaning on the right side. I want you to kind of match them and see whether you remember the meaning of these words. But before we do that, I want you to repeat after me together. Please repeat. Carpenter. Physician. Handyman. Server. singer, mail carrier, tutor, electrician, firefighter, pharmacist. Some of these words are from previous lessons. Some of them are the ones that we studied today. The answers on the right is what? A medical doctor. Which one of these is a medical doctor? A person who fixes everything in a house. What do you call that person who fixes everything in a house? A person who prepares medicine. A waiter or waitress. A person who sings. A person who delivers mails. A person extinguishing fires. Someone giving private lessons. A person who fixes lights. And finally, a person making medicine. So what is the answer for a carpenter? A carpenter is what? J. Well, actually, my key is wrong. The correct answer for carpenter is what? The carpenter is a person who does what? Who builds building. Physician, I hope my next answer is correct or I'm in trouble. Physician is correct. He's a medical doctor. Somebody who works in a hospital is called what? Physician. Handyman. Let's see if my answer is correct here. Handyman is what? A person who does what? A person who fixes everything in a house. That answer is correct. Only the first one is wrong. Number 4, server. D, a waiter or waitress is what? Called a server. So my answer is correct again. Number 5 is what? A singer. Who is what? A person who sings. That's correct. And then what? Number 6, mail carrier is what? A person who delivers mails. And number 7, a tutor. A tutor is a person who does what? Who gives you private lessons, one-on-one. Just you sit with one person, that person teaches you the language or math or science or anything. That person is a teacher, but because he's teaching one person, he's called what? A tutor. For a male or female, you call him what? A tutor. He's my tutor, she's my tutor. A lot of people are tutors themselves. They teach other people. And then number 8 is what? Electrician. What is the answer for electrician? I, a person who fixes lights, so that's correct too. And then number 9 is firefighter. Is G, a person extinguishing fire. Because number 1 was wrong, probably number 10 is wrong too. A pharmacist is what? A person who prepares medicine. That's correct. So I had the same answer twice. So only my sentence answer number 1 is wrong, but the rest of them are all correct. So please repeat after me together. Please repeat. Carpenter, physician, physician, handyman, server, singer, mail carrier, tutor, electrician, firefighter, and pharmacist. This is actually the end of lesson number 7. At this point of the lesson, if you have any questions, you have the phone numbers on your screen. You're welcome to call, and you can ask your questions in Farsi or in Pashto, and I'll do my best to answer it in those 2 languages or in English. So you can call me now, or you can use my cell phone number, and you can call me later or another day, but you're welcome to call. But the homework I want to give you is to kind of review these lessons. Remember, so far we have studied a lot of new words. We studied words about the supermarket vocabulary, for example, different parts of supermarkets, for example, the name of a lot of fruits and vegetables that we studied. So I want you to review that, repeat that, so they can come handy. Also, we studied a lot of occupations. So review those. In addition to the vocabulary, we also studied a lot of dialogues and stories, so you can review that. But the main grammar lessons that we studied are to be verbs in present form, in past form. We also studied what? The simple present tense, the present progressive tense, and the simple past tense. And I want you to review and repeat those, and also look at the rules, the grammar rules, those charts that I gave you, and see if you could figure it out. And if you cannot figure those things out, you can always, call, and I'll be glad to answer them for you in Farsi or in Pashto or in English, whichever language you prefer. بیننده های بسیار محترم تلویزیون ایمان، درس امروز ما به همینجا به پایان رسید. تا هفته آینده شما را به خداوند متعال میسپارم. اما اگر شما کدام سوال یا پیشنهاد داشته باشید، شما میتونین فعلا هم با استودیوی تلویزیون تلفن بکنین. ما سوال شما را جواب خواهد گفتم. و اگر فعلا وقت تلفن رو ندارین، شما میتونین که با نمره تلفن ما که اونجا هست با ما مستقیما تماس بگیرین. در غیر اوقات تدریس ما حاضر هستم که سوالای شما را جواب بگویم. اما چون تلفن معلوم نمیشه، دیگه شما را به خداوند متعال میسپارم. تا هفته آینده، هفته خوش برای شما میخوایم. تشکر. سبحانك يا من لا شريك